In this tutorial, we'll explore the first step of the configurator, adjusting your vanity's dimensions. All measurements must be entered in millimeters. You'll immediately see every change in the 3D model, so if the size doesn't look right, the proportions in the visualization will make it clear. You can set the dimensions in two ways, by moving the slider or by entering the exact number directly. Before entering your vanity dimensions, take accurate measurements in your bathroom. Use a good tape measure to accurately measure the vanity dimensions. To avoid any confusion with terminology, please note that in our configurator, the distance from wall to wall is considered the length, while the distance from the back wall to the front edge is considered the width. For easier planning, mark the intended vanity height on the wall using painter's tape. You can also outline the planned depth of the vanity top. Standard ergonomic heights range from 820 to 980 millimeters, with 900 millimeters being the most common. When measuring the length, avoid taking a single measurement across the wall, as this can be inaccurate. Instead, measure from one end up to a round number. Then measure the remaining distance from the other side, and add the two measurements together. It's very important to make sure the vanity can actually fit into the niche. To do this, subtract 1.5 to 2 millimeters from each side, a total of 3 to 4 millimeters. These small gaps will later be filled with silicone, matching the wall or surface color. And remember, if your vanity has a thick front edge, it can only be inserted from the front. The diagonal of the cross-section makes it impossible to rotate the vanity into place once inside the niche. Once you have your numbers, you can set them in the configurator in two ways. Enter the exact length and width manually for millimeter precision, or use the sliders for quick adjustments. The length is measured wall to wall, and the width from front to back. First, mark the planned vanity width on the wall using painter's tape. This way, you avoid drawing directly on the wall. Check both ends of the wall to see if the angle is 90 degrees, or if any adjustments are needed. Use a carpenter's square for this. If one is not available, you can also use a shelf from a cupboard. Take the measurement at the planned top width. In this case, the difference is 2 millimeters. Enter this number in the shift field. Now we can see that the front edge is 2 millimeters longer. If the gap is at the wall corner, you can enter a negative value. However, keep in mind that if the vanity is installed inside a niche, you won't be able to fit the finished top, as the back is wider than the front. A negative value is suitable only when the vanity is placed in a corner and the other side is open. Fillet. This option enables you to create elegantly rounded corners using predefined values from the drop-down menu. If the model disappears from view, it likely means the selected rounding is too large and conflicts with the sink. Consider trying a different sink or reducing the rounding size accordingly. Chamfer allows you to create a chamfered corner with a 45-degree angle without any specific limits. If a model disappears, it indicates that the chamfered corner is too large and conflicts with the sink. Try selecting a different sink or reducing the chamfer size. Please note, even if you enter a value larger than the top width in the chamfer menu, the maximum result will still be limited to the top width at a 45-degree angle. Entering a higher number will not change the outcome. Sharp corner without customization, making it ideal for vanities placed against a wall or on a cabinet. If the preview ever looks strange or crashes, don't worry. It usually means two elements are overlapping. Try adjusting the sink size, its position, or the chamfer values to fix it. And remember, accurate measuring at home makes everything easier later. Measure twice, order once. That's it for vanity dimensions. In the next tutorial, we'll move on to sinks and see how to integrate them into your design.